Akoye mama, awedi akoye fada, kofre jani moda, misi akoyo. Part 1 poni ona part 2 dia ya ho. Arodi ba jisi anu, ajapadi anu bro. Ami huzo.
Body to make me happy. I happy myself. After mass, I don't want anybody to congratulate me. When I enter my room and I take my bottle of club, I open it into the glass. Listen. I use the glass to hit the bottle. I say cheers. I cheer myself. I'm not waiting for anybody to cheer me up. Because I know who I am. I know that I am a seed. Body to make me happy. I happy myself. After mass, I don't want anybody to congratulate me. When I enter my room and I take my bottle of club, I open it into the glass. Listen. I use the glass to hit the bottle. I say cheers. I cheer myself. I'm not waiting for anybody to cheer me up. Because I know who I am. I know that I am a...
I'm hearing that a governor in the south is spending 10 billion naira to build an ecumenical a place of worship for all Christians. Is it true? I hope it's not true. I read it on Facebook. That's why I'm throwing it to you now. The governor from South, I think it's Akwa Ibom State. Is anybody from Akwa Ibom State here? Is it true? It's true. You also heard it. That your governor wants to spend 10 billion naira to build a worship center. And I'm sure in our hearts we'll be clapping for him. Hey, he's a Christian. How many industries have they built? What are you building another house for in a state where I'm sure you can't count the number of churches? The numbers are too big. God doesn't even know where to stay again. He's confused. You're building another one for what? Do you know how many agro-allied industries 10 billion naira can build? For a state where I'm sure it has among thousands of jobless youth. You will build the church, the jobless people will now come to the church and be praying, not knowing that their job is where they are standing on. Why can't we have sense? Or why can't they have sense? What is the meaning of all this? After that, they will tell us that your problem is from Abuja or it's one Fulani man in Aso Rock. Your biggest problem, geometric. In fact, if Abuja is a problem, Abuja's problem in your state is maybe arithmetic. You know what arithmetic is? 1 + 1 is equals to 2. It's simple. Our governors in the south, they are quadratic equation problem. They are. Trust me on this. Is it that when you build that house now, people will enter there and all their problems will be solved? We want to be industrialized. We want to be as prosperous as industrialized nations, but we are not building industries. We are building mega worship centers that are not necessary. And then we enter inside those mega worship centers and be praying to be like industrialized nations. Nonsense on I know get. I know they with her. I'm not there among them. Seriously. Nigerian Christians and religious people, including our politicians, they are like a man. God has blessed you with orange tree. No, not orange, mango tree. Mango tree that produces fine mango fruit. When the tree produces mango fruit, what do? You plug the one you can eat, you eat. The ones you can, you sell, Abi, and have money. But our mentality here is that we will cut the tree, saw it into wood, use it to build church. Then we enter inside the church and be praying, God give me mango. God give me mango. That's our mentality.
Esan say odifo o wa no. Ni wuni nkekan wa bia. Ni di nya mienu. Ni di ya ba ko pe. Oh, chacha, ni di nya mienu. Dia yenimu prophet Isaac Owusu Bempa. Who ko sia ni di fufro baby abiem. Who ne passport nko di fufro bi om. Who ko ne driver's license who di fufro bi awom. Ne dia ne Apostle Dr. Isaac Owusu Bempa. Hallelujah. Ebani nkom shemu a wa yese epo.
A lot of you were excited when you see your father up there, always happy. Papa is up there, Papa is up there. But when you are up there and you are fighting up there, then some of you are crying. How can I go up without fighting the demons in the air? And so stop all these fights and all these arguments. The question is that, is your father okay? I am 100% okay. The question is that, is your father happy? I am super happy. The question is that, is your father going to go through this? I promise you, I'll go through it honorably. So every one of you should relax, be happy, and don't, like Doc said, don't waste your time fighting on the Facebook. Waste your time pushing the agenda of expansion. Post messages, preach to people, let everybody know that surely it is our year of expansion. Are you excited? Tell your neighbor, I'm all right. Amen. Thank you, Prof. Now I know I'm now experiencing that this church is not for me, because the
cathedral.
The National Cathedral Project.
The idea is for the state of Ghana to bequeath the land to the project on which we are, and for the financing and funding of the project to come from within the Christian community and the community of all believers in Ghana. That's the project that we have, and we are.
Cathedral, no, they are going to be as you busy. They are going to be as you busy. The Syria and Sana, they walk out.
I'm hearing that a governor in the south is spending 10 billion naira to build an ecumenical a place of worship for all Christians. I don't. Is it true? I hope it's not true. I read it on Facebook. That's why I'm throwing it to you now. A governor from South, I think.
Nyakupon bema me kwine me die femu amagana Divinity too the mestre monye jije wo mi mu ya be ye be femu this too shall pass na ba ne say no kakra me kanu an say yembo modi nyina yembo ema asdike no e dia ba cheli an etumi tumpon pa na adwuma osofo panyi besampanansi dia say esa tiembo modi nyama ne nkyerɛkyerɛ no yenye nyina yefa ya hode endi wenu moba da be say yesikasa sile na ya hata awodi ndi eni anu tina woni edika no yenya wo faso wonu sika ko se tumo bi mu so a unya wo faso because sika no emunye du na no nye duma kesi a ye ba be ye the Bible says near the Syria emu odu na wani di jabo we nya ho faso we dey say no mo so a we nya ho faso Ekahubi tina me kofa abawumia so me kame ho we hihye ye sikasem no eyiye na sika no emunye dubio let me the adwuma ne ahoto so abadana Nene Santa Maria for who the Almaco Examinano, Munafu for. So your radio so much, and your television so much, and your cracked paper, and your I've said it, and I'll repeat it again. Those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. Those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. They better go to the private sector. That is where people make money, not in Ghana. I've said it, and I'll repeat it again. Those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. They better go to the private sector. That is where people make money, not in Ghana. I've said it, and I'll repeat it again. Those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed. They better go to the private sector. That is where people make money, not in Ghana. I've said it, and I'll repeat it again. Those who are coming to this administration thinking that it's an avenue for making a lot of money are going to be disappointed.
There are many requests I intend to make of you in the closed-door session of our meeting. But one of the most significant, which I have to state now, is to seek your assistance to take partisan political interests out of the fight against Galamsey. It can only succeed if it is a truly national battle, which no one seeks to exploit for political gain, as we saw in the last election. The progress of our country depends on all of us, all citizens of Ghana, all fellow Ghanaians, pulling together to defeat this existential threat to our future.
I've heard it being said that I should be careful. Many of these people voted for me, and if I continue this exercise, perhaps they will not vote for me again. If by the grace of God, first of all, within my government, the people who are in the front line of that, all of them are here. The Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation, the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, the Minister for Water Resources and Sanitation, eminent Ghanaians, responsible Ghanaians, who have gone out of their way to lead this crusade. But from the beginning, they said something which is the reason why you're here today. We cannot win this fight without the support of the traditional authorities of our country. Any serious social mobilization of Ghana, since time immemorial, if you're not involved, it doesn't happen. If you, the chiefs of our country, are not involved, it doesn't happen. I've heard it being said that I should be careful. Many of these people voted for me, and if I continue this exercise, perhaps they will not vote for me again. If by the grace of God I'm in a position, my party allows me to go again, and I have the health and everything to go again, that I'll not get it again. And I'll say to myself, well, this is a choice that all of us have to make as human beings. You do what you think is right, or do you do what you think will allow you to get along? I think that you do what you think is right. That is what you're required to do. Fortunately for me, in this fight, I have great allies. First of all, within my government. The people who are in the front line of that, all of them are here. The Minister for Environment, Science, Technology and Innovation. The Minister for Lands and Natural Resources. The Minister for Water Resources and Sanitation. Eminent Ghanaians, responsible Ghanaians, who have gone out of their way to lead this crusade. But from the beginning, they said something which is the reason why you're here today. We cannot win this fight without the support of the traditional authorities of our country. Any serious social mobilization of Ghana, since time immemorial, if you're not involved, it doesn't happen. If you, the chiefs of our country, are not involved, it doesn't happen. I've heard it being said that I should be careful. Many of these people voted for me, and if I continue this exercise, perhaps they will not vote for me again. If by the grace of God I'm in a position, my party allows me to go again, and I have the health and everything to go again, that I'll not get it again. And I'll say to myself, well, this is a choice that all of us have to make as human beings.
When you come to Galamsey, that is an albatross on our head. It's rather unfortunate that it's happened this way. Ghana was known as the Gold Coast, and therefore it was known. But during that time, it wasn't like the Galamsey that we are talking about. Many ones people were doing hundreds and hundreds of years ago. It was there. But unfortunately, it's gotten to a point where people are now using equipment and all that, and doesn't care about, they don't care about the environment or anything. But the question is, who is in control of that security around the area? From the district level to the highest level. We are all talking about Galamsey. The government set up the military police to do it. Why have we not been able to stop it? So why? There's the point. Why haven't we been able to stop it? If you create a system where we say we will stop it, to the extent that the president says, I've put my presidency on the line, and yet it is going on, then to me, something is wrong somewhere.
Sure.
So we need to review why this is happening. Polluting our waters. And case in point is, I came back and hear that a Chinese woman who was supposedly deported is back in this country also doing Galamsey again. Who allowed them to come? Is it that our borders are porous? Or what? So what happened? And people know who are doing the Galamsey. They know the people are working there in the communities with those people. Unfortunately, unemployment may be the problem. Fine, but that is not to say that we have to destroy environments. Unemployment could be a problem. Fine, so people in communities will say, I don't have any job to do, and therefore, but that's not the alternative. So it's something that is facing all of us, that we need to find out what went wrong. But to me, why can't Galamsey be stopped? Because I'm sure people are also involved, that they know and have some authority somewhere, that I don't think that should be the case. So to such time that the security agencies are very serious with that, then it means we are going to just take in the face of the soil, but not going too deeper to know exactly what's happening. And so it's my concern, Your Excellency, more so your concern. I've spoken about it, and we feel that it's about time that we all sat down to find out what it is. Because rivers are being polluted, and then we don't have a means of trying to clean these rivers and all those things. So our people who don't have water and everything, bilharzia, sickness, health, delivery system and everything is all being affected. But we need to take it seriously. We have to. And if we can have drones to even check on whatever is happening, we would have to be able to pinpoint what's happening there, who is there. Because at the district level, we have the political administration there. You have the district chief executive. You have the district security council over there. And that district, there's a galamsey going on. And you tell me we don't know who is there? Then unfortunately, you are nowhere to be the district chief executive or the district security council there. So that is meant to be looking after the security of that district. And that is not going there. So if you are not able to protect, give security to that community by stopping galamsey, you are nowhere to be there. It's simple. But we should be able to bring this to finality and then bring some sanity to it. Because other than that, it's going to bring flooding now is happening because people have dug so many things, so the environment cannot now hold on to this, and we are losing everything. The forest cover and everything is being won because galamsey is taking over. So that is most my concern, and whatever it is that we can do, I think we need some training for the people who are like the army officers, the police officers. I can't see why. They cannot be anywhere, but they should be able to stop that.
Sure.
So but if they go there and meet the galamsey people with gold and all those things, what happens? Where's the gold? Where's the money? Who is taking it?
Sure.
Let's face realities here. So that the concession or whatever it is given by them, by the authorities in Accra. The chiefs don't give concessions to people. The chiefs are there and the people come, they say that we've gotten a document from Accra to say that we've been given a license to come and mine. Who consulted the chief for him to even be able to supervise where he's going?
Sure.
And the Constitution says the minerals under is for being held in trust for the people by the president. So whoever gave that person the license to go and mine should be responsible to supervise that the degradation of the land.
Sure.
So these are some of the things that, Your Excellency, if you look asking for my concerns, I'm very, in fact, I'm very blunt on these things, and I don't hide my feelings on it.
The person first and foremost, we are not against mining. Rather, we want to support you to mine. Sisi Ayekasi, offer Operation Vanguard, Operation Hot, Operation Gallop Stop. Jabai, they seize it, the stop war. The stop war. Stop war. The person we are not say. The son said, the person mine we ye, and Untina. Jakase, baby, I will hear mining. Yeah, you want to work fine. No, I let to so. No, dear man, MC, I a friend of the committee there from district mining committee.
Oh, God, Mama. That's what you never said. Or you should get it. Too much give, but you control what while they're and shark aviation or go away. Oh, yes. So, petrol or that petrol, any said, authority of the age was a material. Jeffrey said, if you're all hearing a moment, you are also hearing a guy. I said, but the woman is a woman. Oh, God, that's what you never said. Or you should get it. Too much give, but you control what while they're and shark aviation or go away.
In Kufuor's time, one of the people who advised and helped him develop a strong CD was my running mate, Muhammadu Bawumia. Then he was deputy governor of the Bank of Ghana. It's one of the reasons I brought him to come and join me. I will work on the CD and create again a strong CD that will be able to allow us to develop our economy and allow our traders and our to be able to develop.
look at what is happening in Ghana today, and you will have no conclusion but the fact that this NDC government is the most incompetent, uncaring, and corrupt government this country has ever seen. Why do I say so? Last night, I received the news, as all of you have received, that upon all the troubles we are going through and trying to survive this phenomenon that they have inflicted upon us for the last 3 years, they have decided to increase the price of fuel by 9%. How uncaring can you be? This is the government that said, I care for you. Where is the care? Don't you have any empathy for the suffering of our people? You have to increase in this period where people are trying to buy diesel, to run generators, businesses and individuals. This is your thank you to them, to increase further the price of petrol and diesel and other fuels. And this is why we are saying this is the...
Do you believe him? We have to treat that promise with the contempt that it deserves. It is a propaganda promise. It is a 419 promise. If you vote for him, he will cancel it in 2017. We cannot trust him and his word on this issue. You can only trust Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. Of course, the NDC and President Mahama are going about saying that these reductions in taxes that we are going to implement as part of our comprehensive program of economic reform, they are going around saying that our manifesto promises are going to ruin the economy. I'm just so baffled. You, a president, you have presided in 8 years over the collapse of our economy. If you knew the plan that could work for the economy and be successful, why haven't you implemented that plan in 8 years? Why? If you know what can work for our economy, why is the economy collapsing in your hands after 8 years? You clearly do not understand the economic plans and underpinning the MPP manifesto. So your task is to make our economy work. You cannot do it, and now you want to say the MPP plan cannot work. You have essentially no legs to stand on in saying the MPP plan cannot work, because he should focus on fixing this collapsing economy.
Basic education, and we're going to pilot the use of electronic textbooks at the secondary level, junior high school and secondary level, and so students will receive tablets that have all their core textbooks on the tablet. And if this pilot is successful, then we shall expand it across the whole school system. We will complete the construction by 2021, when I leave office, inshallah. We'll complete the construction of all the 200 community-day senior high schools, I promise.
We've put in place a very first-class economic management team. I would even say world-class, because the Minister of Finance, the very known Wall Street banker, investment banker, really high achiever, the former Minister of Finance, who is deputy chair, vice chair of the economic management team, Yao Safo-Mafo, he was voted at one time the best finance minister in Africa by the World Economic Forum, and many others. They're just a solid, capable group of individuals who have come together to manage the team. And we meet every week without fail. And so we have a laser-eyed focus on the economy, and we are taking decisions and making sure we monitor what is going on.
How can government be seeking to contract this magnitude of non-concessional loans at this time when it does not have enough cash to meet statutory payments? This is like an alcoholic who has just been convinced to enter rehab, and just a few days before rehab asks for a carton of whiskey. Can this person be trusted to keep or to stay with the rehab program? Undertaking this additional borrow would mean that the anchor is not likely to hold, and it would compromise the objective of fiscal consolidation and debt sustainability. Given Ghana's economic situation, this bailout program will require a commitment to fiscal discipline that will test
them. We blindly say we are not blind. Who is deceiving who? The ridiculous part of the whole issue is that we will fight to defend and protect our belongings from the ordinary thief. Is it not? But we fight each other to defend and protect the political thief. Is that not what we do? Thugs will be fighting themselves to protect those that are stealing our career, stealing our joy, stealing our health, stealing our success. What a shame.
If you reach a certain stage in life and there is nobody who can look you in the eye and tell you the truth, you are doomed. And that is where our country has gotten to. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. And I feel very terrible as a Ghanaian at this time. This country is in serious trouble, ladies and gentlemen. We are in serious trouble. We need to rescue this country, ladies and gentlemen. The presidency has been so depraved, so muddied, so dirtied, that I tell you in all sincerity as a Ghanaian, that I feel terribly sad today as a Ghanaian. We need to rescue this country. Wallahi. Inshallah.
Please don't cry.
We shall rescue our country.
Government is broke, government is broke. But people are spending billions to go inside the government that is broke. Have you ever seen a minister who resigned because government is broke before? Government has no money. Have you ever seen a governor who said, ladies and gentlemen, when I was elected, I thought the government had money. Now I discover government has no money, I resign. Have you ever seen it? Government has no money, but they are bringing money out at election time. Where is that money coming from? So they are lying. What is happening is that there are two types of wicked people in government. Type 1, they eat current money. Any money they find in government, they will eat it. They are wicked about that one. There is type 2. Type 2, they eat current money and future money. They will say, my term will end next year. When I leave, how will I eat money? Let me borrow money now and borrow money of the future and eat it now. Government is broke, government is broke.
Right, hello, good morning and welcome to the show. This is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. It's a Friday, the 23rd day of August 2024. By His grace, we're live and we're here. We're at another edition of the show. Our gratitude go to Most High God for the very privilege of being alive and, of course, the opportunity of having another conversation around the top stories making around here in our dear Republic. I'll let you into our panel for the morning's conversation shortly, but let's take a look at the front pages of our newspapers. Daily Graphic. Ugwamahin celebrates 25-year milestone. Involve chiefs in governance. Osabarema Kwesiata, the second advocate. Engage auditors to ensure electoral integrity. Justice Cordia Opon urges EC. Constituency Watch. Cape Coast South. Open race for NDC and NPP. The Ghanaian Times. Flouting law on sale of unregistered products. 4 supermarkets land in trouble. FDA confiscates pharmaceutical drugs, tobacco, food consumables in swoop. NHI releases 1 million cedis for free dialysis payments to 6 healthcare providers. Kajabi District records 2 confirmed dengue fever cases. Noguchi investigates 60 others. Ghana Kuwait to streamline labor migration to both countries. President. Daily Guide. ECOWAS bounces warmongers. Free dialysis, NHI pays over 1.5 million cedis since June. AG sets record straight on $111 million judgment debt. Assembly members endorse Bawumia. Cozy response to emergency. New weekend crusading guide. NDC breaks in cold sweat over Bawumia's bold solutions. Makes last-minute amendments to manifesto ahead of Saturday lunch. Disaster looms in Tema West. Best cesspit seep sewage into rooms in Community 2 BBC area. Market women for Bawumia seizes Dodoa for NPP. Breaks NDC monopoly. Tontokrom residents threaten December polls boycott. Chants no community mining, no vote. Media Capacity Enhancement Program. Ministry of Information launches third cohort. DRIP to create 400 jobs in Upper East Region. Minister. The insight. No community mining, no vote. Tontokrom chiefs and residents renew demand. Adam boiling over Songo Lagoon. Multi-million city beach resort and housing project threatened by illegal sand winning at Bengano Old Ningo. Historic. Ghanaian medical doctor develops first ever robotic surgeon that operates without the use of human hands. Rising tension as US starts another round of war games in Korean Peninsula. The Herald. ECOWAS chooses dirty and undiplomatic language to run from 2024 violent election prediction. Suleimana Brahman's Media Foundation caught in mischief. COCOBOD loses credibility for syndicated loan from foreign banks, despite interest of 8% from 1.5% in 2016. Police accused of aiding encroachment against court order and judgment. ECOWAS pre-election fact-finding mission to Ghana draft report. IDEC boss also foresees violence at 2024 election, says military intervention is real if NHI pays over 1.5 million cedis under free dialysis program. The Informer. Public Accounts Committee vindicates OSP as corruption rocks GS. Debts owed MPA. Arrest directors of OMCs. Association boss to regulator. Illegal acquisition of Ghana card and passport. 2 foreign nationals jailed. Election 2024. Trust EC to deliver. Kodio urges political parties. Chiefs back Bawumia Napo ticket. Mahama will honor promises. Jane Nana tells TTC. The Inquisitor. Towards election 2024, NDC launches manifesto tomorrow. The Honorable's Honorable Atachian speaks in an insightful interview with the Inquisitor. No community mining, no vote. Tontokrom residents warn again. NHI pays over 1.5 million cedis since June under free dialysis program. And the editor of the Inquisitor, Oparijan, has lost his dad. Our commiserations. How are you? The Daily Statesman, NDC in confusion ahead of manifesto launch. Information Minister launches third cohort of MCEP. Akufo-Addo opens UDS at 25 Promise Building. NHI invests 1.5 million cedis in dialysis treatment since June. 400 new jobs from DRIP project in Upper East. The Ghanaian Publisher. BBC residents send SOS to government as raw sewage floods their homes. Information Minister highlights media role in governance. NPA clarifies CRM story. Confusion rocks NDC over manifesto. The New Finder. Guta, others oppose New Shippers Act. Petition President Akufo-Addo not to sign it. NHI's disbursement for free dialysis rises to over 1.5 million cedis. GTA to unveil December in Ghana tourism extravaganza. Daily Post. $134 million US judgment debt. Trafigura takes over Ghana's Regina House in London over default. Trafigura judgment debt. Government terminated GPGC contract over family feud. John Jinapo. Education Ministry under fire over unpaid tablets and delayed BECE marking. Business and Financial Times. COCOBOD defends syndicated loan position. Orange Growers Association to boost global market share. Future of climate change impact on agri-bleak USDA. NHI disburses over 1.5 million cedis under free dialysis program since June. DRIP to create 400 jobs in Upper East Region. Dr. Hafiz. Feature 24-hour economy in the agriculture, agro-processing and agribusiness sector. And finally, the good old Catholic standard. Election is not a fight. Bishop Jane Fee. Nancy HR issues guidelines for Jubilee Year pilgrimages. Avoid unbridled quest for power. We are chosen to spread love and joy. Bishop Kumoji to new priests. Anewena Foundation feeds street children. And GJA to open book of condolence in memory of Godwin Avenogbo, the Grand Master. And that's about it for the front pages. We'll be back shortly.
She's coming. She's coming.
Oh, it's in. Red, how is it so? Boss, let's go back. Okay, here. Take this.
She's coming.
I know. Go to the pharmacy now.
She's coming. Oh. She's here.
Pay faster, pay safer, and pay easy with Momo app. Download now and pay with the QR code, merchant ID, and so much more.
In today's modern world, stairs are a challenge, especially for our elderly and those with health concerns. Navigating them can be difficult and even dangerous, but there's a safer way to move vertically. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, your answer to a more accessible and secure vertical transportation. Our elevators and escalators, including top-of-the-line pneumatic vacuum elevators, Fuji elevators and escalators, offer a safer and more convenient alternative, eliminating the risks of stairs and enhancing accessibility for homes, businesses, and hospitals. Choose safety and convenience with Lifts and Elevators Limited Company. Elevate your spaces today. For more information, visit our website at www.elevatorsgh.org or call now on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, the elevator people.
Customer, I don't know who to say.
Malaria been actually me, man. No more drown, man. Still.
One of them give us.
Give us a solid.
Yeah. Sorry. What rest of so give us here and turn down.
But so good as so. But for me to give us the and turn down.
Give us about me, sir.
Me patron the and turn down.
Customer. Give us that now.
Onuya kayo oba wa fafuro nom de o ma no bonu fo nom akwada wa ni fie dumie no ono nso nom.
Choose the perfect prize for you every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes, all to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath.
I'm a fair missy way.
The patch of Bantama.
Matthias.
That's a cycle.
It's her smile.
The fresh breath.
Me, Jidi said we use Cal 360 toothpaste.
Cal 360 toothpaste.
Gaskia, Cal 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector. Onim jom kasa.
Kile kosen. Cal 360 did the way. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
You will so feeling to when you know
freely in their natural habitat.
At my break, I'm able to practice my potting.
It's a unique experience that sparks creativity and rejuvenates the mind.
Visit Safari Valley Eco Resort in Ghana, bringing you closer to nature.
Cratchy
Hey, unemu bua unkoisha Dr. Ban uye denwa.
Oh, Mr. Yafan call me Burua.
Mami Boburo. Ni atele be ko. Bra, mumi mfane ko Dr. Ban ho.
Dr. Ban o ya de.
Bra, se bonu no mpemu adwuma sasabro slow Dr. Ban o ye.
Hey, let me call na beka. Oh, no mpemu nimdi onu ana ye expert nya zanfo no. O akra any Kumasi no mpemu expert yen kan kire.
A bundle of joy, and now here is to you. Your next big win is right here. From 1st July 2024, dial *712# and Coswato tickets as a group individual to win in the community draw or the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. Unlock your luck with *712#.
By the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. And it's been an awesome journey with Momo from MTN. 15 years of ease, safety, and convenience. This is definitely worth celebrating. That is why the Momo at 15 Rewards is here with amazing cash prizes to say thank you. Send money to an MTN Momo user or make payments to an MTN Momo merchant at no cost whatsoever, only on MTN. So go and download my Momo on App Store or Play Store to enjoy this. Just Momo it everywhere you go. Terms and conditions do apply. And the recommended toothpaste for your family that will also save you money is KEL 360 toothpaste. It's approved by the Food and Drugs Authority. It provides you and your family with all-round dental protection throughout the day with freshness. KEL 360 toothpaste is good for kids, children, and adults. Let your family be a proud family when they step out by constantly using KEL 360 toothpaste. KEL 360 toothpaste brightens your teeth, prevents cavity, and with its cool mint, gives you fresh breath throughout the day and protects the gum from decaying. For consistency and quality, use KEL 360 toothpaste. KEL 360 toothpaste is another product from Samara Company Limited, producers of Sasso. It's available in all supermarkets, malls, and provision shops. Call Samara Company on 0246 864 798. KEL 360 toothpaste, happy smile. And enjoying the fruits of your labor movement. All right. So with me on the show this morning, I have the Vice Chairman of Bawumia 2024, Nana Akomia. Nana, good morning.
Good morning, Randy.
Also with me on the show this morning is the Chairman of the Assurances Committee in Parliament. He's also the Member of Parliament for the Northern constituency. Samuel Okujeto Ablakwa, son of man. Good morning.
Hi, Doc. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Anna.
Morning, son. Was I here last week? I don't remember.
No, you weren't.
Okay.
You weren't. Dr. Kisi
okay.
Was here. We're told that you were wrapping up for Takrady.
Yes.
You said that you were in.
Yeah.
You had gone into hiding.
Oh no. Our activities are above board.
Yeah?
Our activities are above board.
Okay.
We don't hide. We do everything in plain light.
Okay.
I mean, Samuel Okujeto is going to go to Willibert today or tomorrow for their manifesto launch. It's all above board. So it's okay. Didn't you get an invitation?
To what?
To the manifesto launch.
No.
Oh, an oversight.
You would have known if I had one.
Yeah, no, an oversight. It was an oversight.
But how was it? How did it go for you?
It went well. We're having a press conference for Dr. Bawumia on Sunday. And
why so?
Sorry?
Why so? Why?
It's part of the program.
The plan.
That we're drawn up. We're going to have a couple of press conferences starting on Sunday. Sunday is the first major one. I'll get you an invitation.
Where's that going to be?
We're looking at 1 or 2 venues. We haven't decided yet.
Okay.
But, 1 or 2.
All right. Okay.
Either La Palm or a hotel closer to town.
Okay. Now, on this show, I believe it was on either Tuesday or Wednesday, where I had to break the news to my panel about a new development as far as the Trafigura issue is concerned in a district court in the U.S., where there was another judgment against us, an invocation of the UN Convention, and the fact that we were duly served and we didn't even make an appearance and all that. Okay. Now, you recall that when this issue came up earlier, the issue of Regina House in the UK came up, and then the High Commissioner, Honorable Papoose Nkrumah, had to grant interviews to give some assurances that he believed that the authorities in Ghana were dealing with the issue and that we will not lose Regina House, which is the name of that property of the Republic of Ghana. But on the Central Spirit Daily Post, there are 2 interesting stories around this. And it says that Trafigura, Ghana's power generation company, has reportedly taken over Ghana's Regina House in London, following the failure of the government to pay up a $134 million judgment debt. According to MyJoyOnline.com, its checks have confirmed reports that Regina House, one of Ghana's most important commercial properties, is now under the ownership of Trafigura. This report comes after the Ghanaian government was ordered to pay $111,493,828.92 along with obligatory post-judgment interest by a District of Columbia Court in the United States, which granted a motion for default judgment in favor of Ghana Power Generation Company. Ghana disregarded a previous tribunal verdict from the United Kingdom, which led to this ruling. After Ghana terminated a power purchase deal with the Ghana Power Generation Company on February 18, 2018, a UK tribunal found on January 26, 2021, in its final award that Ghana had broken its contractual duties. According to Ghana, the contract was terminated because the foreign power company did not fulfill certain contractual obligations. The tribunal, however, disapproved and granted $134 million in damages, which were computed using the purchase agreement's early termination payment formula. The award includes compensation of, so those details go on. And it says that about 5 properties of the government of Ghana and the UK were attached to the judgment, which Trafigura has been given the power to sell in order to raise the amount of money the court has ordered Ghana to pay them. The High Commissioner of Ghana to the UK, Papoose Nkrumah, has confirmed that the properties of the government of Ghana and the UK are likely to be sold due to a failure. He even indicated that out of the 5 properties of Ghana and the UK that were attached to the judgment, only one is likely to be sold, Regina House, which is used for commercial purposes. The remaining properties, including the High Commissioner's residence, the High Commission and the Chancery, are all being used for diplomatic purposes and are covered by diplomatic immunity. Regina House is located in central London. It's a 6-story building which is managed wholly by the government of Ghana. Currently, it's being rented by the Ghana International Bank, 2 other banks, and another commercial entity. In a related development, ranking member of Parliament's Energy Committee, John Abdullah Ajinapo, is alleging that President Akufo-Addo terminated the power purchase agreement between Trafigura's Ghana Power Generation Company, GPGC, and the government to teach someone a lesson. According to him, someone has stepped on the president's toe, and as such, the contract was terminated to prove a point, only for the MPP administration to turn around and sign a similar agreement with another company. Speaking on Joy FM's Top Story yesterday, he said, "I'm telling you that this termination was because of a family feud between some family members of the president on one hand and the other. Quote, when we assume office, you will get to know the real truth and the rationale behind the termination. They did not terminate the contract because they had Ghana's interest at heart. It's because they wanted to teach somebody a lesson. They extended their own family problem into governance and terminated this contract, and today you and I are paying for it." However, Mr. Ajinapo said he was saddened because the next NDC administration would have a lot of things to correct. So that's it. Sammy, I don't know if you've been following this particular story.
Which paper is that?
The Daily Post. But these stories are from Joy.
I was looking at the printing. Who prints it for them?
The editor is Michael Dokosi.
I think we should support him to get a printer. It's a bit. I'm surprised you're able to see that.
Yes, sir.
Well, Doc, let me extend warm regards to our viewers and your good self and Nana. These are not the kind of stories you want to begin a Friday morning with or any day with. Liabilities that could be avoided and should have been avoided. Talking about $134 million. A judgment debt which has come upon us because of the total recklessness of this Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. $134 million is in excess of 2 billion Ghana cedis. That is a huge sum of money that can ameliorate the plight of a lot of people. As we speak this morning, there's still crisis at the dialysis center in Korle Bu. A few days ago, they were threatening to demonstrate. And sometimes when you hear the sums, it's just 2 million cedis, 3 million cedis, 4 million cedis. We are losing lives. There are many hospitals across the country without hospital equipment as we speak. Indeed, the last time the health minister appeared before the Assurances Committee, he told us that the last time Ghana carried out a hospital re-equipping program was in 2011 when NDC was in power. Can you imagine? More than a decade ago, that's when our hospitals were re-equipped, and you're getting calls from all over. The last time Kofi Anokye put out a statement that they have had to turn away dialysis patients because their equipments are breaking down. The many hospitals in this country without CT scans, without MRIs. And we are talking about the very prestigious hospitals. I mean, if you have situations where hospitals like 37, like Korle Bu, like Rage Hospital, have their imaging machines in disarray. They don't have them, and then on a daily basis, you keep hearing of these huge sums of money that the Ghanaian taxpayer will have to cough up. And that's what really hurts me about the recklessness of public officials, that when these judgment debts accrue, they don't really pay a price. It's a taxpayer, the struggling taxpayer, who will have to be made to pay this judgment debt. And as has become the case of our justice system, you can only wait for another government to come into power and exact accountability and seek justice. So all those who have caused this judgment debt expect that the Akufo-Addo Bawumia administration will do nothing to them, especially as is the president's family, from what the ranking member of the Mines and Energy Committee is telling us, a family feud, and we've heard about this family feud for a long time. For many years, we've been hearing about it. So don't expect that there will be any action. It's only the next NDC government that will exact accountability, and that is fundamentally a challenge with our justice delivery system and the quest for accountability. Accountability has now become the accountability of predecessors, of political opponents. So when people think that they have power now, they just conduct themselves with impunity. There are very few people who are minded to really think about the consequences of their actions. So they know that nothing will be done.
Let me just provide some information.
Yeah.
The arbitral award.
Yes.
The arbitral award. I want to read from paragraph 490. Quite interesting with this one. Now, this is from the Arbitral Award in the UK. It says 490. One of the PPAs recommended for termination was the GPGC project. Dr. Hincre's committee, you remember there was a committee that was set up to look at these PPAs and they made recommendations. Yes. Dr. Hincre's committee suggested that termination could be achieved for some $18 million as opposed to payments of $24.9 million a year for 4 years in excess capacity charges. The basis of that recommendation is not known. This is the tribunal, the arbitral report. The copy of the PPA committee report submitted into the record by Government of Ghana is heavily redacted, notwithstanding the tribunal's order that the unredacted text be disclosed. Under cross-examination, Dr. Hincre equivocated as to whether he had any recollection of the particular recommendation made in respect of GPGC EPA at all, just as he had sought to distance himself from the AG's advice of August 2017. False assurances were given by Government of Ghana in October 2017 that the GPGC project was one of those unaffected as a result of the review, and that he enjoyed the full support of the minister and of Mr. Opam. On the basis of this record, the tribunal has no hesitation in concluding A, that and thus the hoped for price of a negotiated termination might be $18 million. Government of Ghana's sole reason for terminating the GPGC contract was that its faithful performance would be expensive, that all of the electricity generated would be excess, and that Government of Ghana thought it could negotiate a settlement based on termination against a payment of $18 million. So this was a cost-benefit analysis, pure and simple, given a coating of legal veneer by the AG's advice, and that B, Government of Ghana's defense based upon clause 4G of the EPA must fail. In light of those conclusions, the tribunal must consider the proper measure of damages to which GPGC is entitled by reason of Government of Ghana's wrongful termination of the EPA. Recital F of the EPA records that, quote, the Government of Ghana recognizes that by GPGC's dedicating exclusively the GPGC equipment for the purpose of this EPA, the performance of the term is of the essence of the EPA, as GPGC will be unable otherwise. So this 490, and it's quite instructive.
Yeah, very instructive.
In terms of how government went about this thing.
Very, very instructive and very damning. And you see, Doc, my worry this morning is that the recklessness continues. Even after the award in the UK, look at government's conduct. Government paid only $1.8 million. And then, despite several reminders,
being fully aware that 5 properties have been attached.
The recklessness continues. They couldn't be bothered. Then Trafigura goes to the US. They serve notice through the foreign minister to the attorney general. They tell them that your deadline is March 29th. To comply, they are adding interest. And they now have a situation where, because with what they have done in the US, they can even decide to attach properties of Ghana in the US as well. I mean, total recklessness, total ineptitude, total disregard for the interests of Ghana. Look, this is another classic case which should give all of us a reason to boot out this reckless, incompetent, corrupt, inept, insensitive Akufo-Addo Bawumia government and bring in a new leadership to reset Ghana and to, most importantly, go after all of those who have brought us this international embarrassment and who continue to dissipate scarce public resources because of their grand ineptitude and cruelty. I mean, if you live in a country like Ghana, a country that you have brought to its knees, a country that has been declared bankrupt and insolvent, look at what the sovereign credit rating agencies are saying about our junk status. Should you be creating further liability and engaging in conduct such as this? And they won't even show responsibility. They will not pay up their debts after creating these liabilities. And when they are called to come to court, they are served notice. They will not even show up to defend the interests of the state. I mean, what's going on here? And President Akufo-Addo is superintending over all of this. They don't give a damn. They don't care a hoot. They can't be bothered. Now you have a UK judgment to deal with. You have a US judgment to deal with. And these people are moving all over the place. I recall the last time our committee was in the UK, the Foreign Affairs Committee, and we properties that the Osagifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. And you know that Ghana is one of the few countries. It will interest you to know that we have even over time, because of poor record keeping and all of that, even lost some of these properties. The Osagifo was so strategic that if even you travel to the UK, you're a Ghanaian, and you run into consular challenges, you should have a place for you to be kept. The staff in the UK of the foreign mission have bungalows that Kwame Nkrumah acquired for us. We are the envy of many, many countries. And as I always say, this current generation of MPP politicians, they will never add to the stock. They will either sell and will be coming to the opaque, very, dubious sale of state lands, or they engage in such reckless conduct. Look, Ghana is not anybody's family garden. We have to make that point very clear. If you have your family feud, when you go to Oforipenyin Fie, you can resolve it there. Let the Ochehine help you people to resolve it. Leave us out of your family feud. Leave us out. Now, see where we are. See where we are. At least, I mean, Nana Komia is an elder in the family. He probably can join the family mediation. Oh, you don't think they'll listen to him? Oh, he's a prominent Achim.
He's not invited to meetings.
At least, go and resolve it for Penny Fee. Don't drag all of us along. Don't drag all of us along. Why? I mean, what have we done? Why? What have we done to this Achim mafia? I mean, why? Now here we are.
It's okay. So Nana, for a person like me, Nana, there is a committee that the NDC, I think just a small historical perspective, the NDC sets up a committee to look at all these IPPs that have been signed and others. The MPP takes over. The MPP reconstitutes the committee. Okay. The committee presents a report. It recommends that, look, for those ones that have not come on stream yet, I mean, you could terminate some of them. And then they give you each one and what they believe you can do. In the case of this one, after analyzing everything, they recommend that, look, instead of the 24 million per year, on the basis of what has been done and what has not been done, you can negotiate with them, pay 18 million, and they give you the grounds for that. You can pay them $18 million and you end the story. What will make us, or what will make government decide that we won't go by that recommendation? We'll go ahead and even engage the company. And there's correspondence to the effect that they were engaged. The government created the impression that they were still in business with them. And then you then decide to unilaterally terminate the contract. They go to arbitration. You go there. You lose. They've attached 5 of our buildings there, including Chancery, High Commissioner's Residence, High Commission, and then Regina House. You lose the arbitration 134, and if you read the report, all what we said there, evidence, everything was there. And that's why I read the 490, which I thought that bit was a bit instructive. Then you go and pay 1.something million. 2021, you go and pay 1.something million. Then you leave the rest. Then they go to U.S. District Court under UN Convention because we are signatory. The court documents state that we were served through the foreign minister. We had over 1 month to make an appearance. We didn't do it. They also have given their judgment. And the thing about their judgment is that they have even given a post-judgment interest compounded on a quarterly basis. Now we've been told that Regina House is gone. The other 4 is diplomatic cover, which is keeping them now. We don't know, with respect to the U.S. court ruling, what they will be going to look for in the U.S. Why? How did we get here? Why should we be here?
Yeah. Thank you, Randy. Before I get to your specific matter, let me also deal with the politics.
Okay.
Because I heard my brother Samuel Kujeto happily talking about recklessness and wickedness. And
depressingly, I'm very sad.
Cruelty and ineptitude, and that the government should be voted out and all of that. Well, I don't blame him for it's the political season, and I don't blame him. But let's look at the politics, the other side. I mean, this is not the first judgment debt that a country has incurred. And it cuts across regimes. I remember Bank Switch, where a contract was cancelled, 2009, 2010, and we had to go and pay. We lost the case. A judgment was delivered. We had to go and pay nearly $100 million. I remember ACAS, where a contract that had been approved by Parliament was also cancelled in 2009, 2010. And we had to go and pay nearly $50 million. Of course, the most famous judgment debt is the Wayome judgment debt, where the court actually instructed what amounts should be paid, and yet officials went beyond what even the courts had ordered. I remember the then Attorney General saying that even Samuel Kujeto got himself involved in that judgment debt.
Which one?
Sorry.
Which one? Wayome?
Was it Wayome that he mentioned?
No.
Which one?
I've never gotten myself involved in any judgment.
You heard it.
He stated for the record that I forwarded a petition which we received at the Ministry of Information. I was the then Deputy Minister for Information.
Over which judgment?
Over Isophoton, which I forwarded to. And it's normal practice. You've been at the Information Ministry.
I'm not saying what you did it was wrong.
I've never been cited for any judgment debt.
No. I'm not saying you have been involved in judgment debt. I'm saying that the Attorney General at the time even mentioned you as pushing for payment of judgment debts. So, judgment debts cut across. If you decide that it's due to recklessness and wickedness, you will say the same for the government that supervised the judgment debt that we had to pay over Bank Switch, ACAS, and the famous Wayome. So, all the governments that we've had, NDC and PP, we have been reckless, and we have been cruel, and we have shown ineptitude. Because at the time that we're paying for Bank Switch, at the time that we're paying all those millions to Wayome, There were women who had been detained at Korle Bu because they couldn't pay their bills. There were ministers of state at that time who lost family members simply because the family members could not get beds at Korle Bu. Those were the times that we were paying for bank switch, nearly $100 million. We were paying for acres, we were paying for Wyoming, and all of that. So that's the politics of it. If we want to go that way, I mean, we can always go that way and point fingers at each other. Then it becomes a NPP and DC thing. Now, there's this issue about family feud that I understand my good friend Jinakpo had mentioned. And obviously, Samuel Okudzeto too has told us that he's aware of this family feud. And is asking me to even intervene in settling this family feud. So, Randy, so what is this family feud? We've been told that that is at the bottom of this particular trafigura that we're talking about. It's a family feud. And we want to get to the bottom of it. And people know about this family.
We want to get to the bottom of the feud?
No, the bottom of the payment. And we are told that the cost of the payment is a family feud. And we are being told that by the good Samuel Okudzeto. So what is this family feud? So all of us can follow and get to the bottom, Sami. You have to do as the
maybe you are better placed to get this information.
If I know about it, I will tell you.
So there's only a barrier between you and.
Well, you don't attend family meetings.
No.
He doesn't attend.
No.
Oh, okay.
Samuel Okudzeto. All I'm saying is that to help the Ghanaian people.
He attends the meetings at Insutem.
Okay.
It's a barrier away.
Okay. Okay. This particular family meeting takes place at where?
I don't know.
Okay.
But you have been telling us a family feud, and you've known about it, and you are telling us that you don't understand why family feud can lead to this, and you won't tell us about the food. Where is that family feud? Who and who are fighting who in which family? Now, at least you owe us the honor of telling us, Randy, because we want to get to the bottom of this. So if we know that this judgment debt is not just some mere miscalculation, but it's actually because of some people fighting in some family, you have a duty
but
to tell
my
us.
question, which I asked you is...
No, I'll deal with that. I'll come to that.
Okay.
But I'm just looking at the issue that have been raised by my good brother, Samuel Okudzeto. I'm saying that there's a family feud. I mean, we're all talking about lamenting this payment that we have to go and make. And from what you read, Randy, clearly there has been some miscalculation that we have to deal with. We have to look at how that miscalculation came out. But our good brother here is telling us that actually this debt, this judgment, is actually the result of a family rivalry or family feud. If that is the case, he has a duty to inform us so that we can call out those family members who selfish interests have occasioned us to go and pay $100 million. That way you owe us a duty to tell us. Okay. Now to your issue, Randy.
Nana, before you go there, let me just provide some information, some further information.
No, it's okay.
It's okay. So I have this from David, who says that I'm very disappointed in the High Commissioner of Ghana in London today. As Ghana's most senior diplomat in the United Kingdom, and in some ways the country's eyes and ears there, his advice to government about this Regina House matter is paramount. Yet, rather than let the whole country understand the gravity of the situation, he seems rather focused on helping the Attorney General spin the real facts on the ground. 1. Regina House was acquired by London. In 2021, Government of Ghana lost an arbitration dispute with a Trafigura subsidiary that it should not have entered into in the first place. See below for detailed articles, so that's there. It then went to the High Court to set it aside, but despite an extension of time, it abandoned the case only to return later. The court dismissed the government's case and reaffirmed damages of nearly $140 million. 6, the government entered negotiations with Trafigura but failed to abide by its promises. Therefore, in March 2022, Trafigura went to a court in London to grant it a charging order against Ghana's properties in London. The judge issued interim charging orders. The government had more than a year to prepare before the orders were to be made final in May 2023. The government did not bother to show up and ask the judge to craft the orders in such a way to allow it to pay in installments or to delay payments or anything of that sort. It waited until it had been served before mounting another fruitless case, questioning why notices were not sent through diplomatic channels. The court dismissed this case too. Regina House was thus placed under receivership, meaning that someone else manages the property, collects the rent, and remits it to Trafigura. Nearly $2 million in rent has been paid out to Trafigura so far. I have checked the title register this evening and confirmed that contrary to the Attorney General's claims, the charging order is still active. It has not been vacated. The High Commissioner's posture suggests complacency and will be remiss if he fails to acknowledge that the charging order is a step on the ladder of money judgment enforcement. The judgment creditor, Trafigura in this case, has the option to proceed to a court and ask for order for sale. By making it look like there's no cause for alarm, he's endangering Ghana's assets. The Attorney General has refused to defend against other enforcement suits in Netherlands, the most recently the United States. Yet he gives the impression that all is under control. Meanwhile, the country has paid almost $90 million haphazardly outside an agreed installment plan. And without spin and point scoring, senior government officials need to be serious.
So his main point is that the High Commissioner, is complicit?
No, he says that
attaching the seriousness.
Yes, it's not that he doesn't think that is attaching the seriousness that he should to the case, and so he's giving us some details, especially on the Regina House. Yeah, that in fact there is there's been an order on it. We failed to go and challenge to set aside or vary the orders. We didn't do that. We had 1 whole year. We didn't do that.
And he believes that is the fault of the High Commissioner?
Yeah, he says that.
Okay, my own take on it.
He says rather than let the whole country understand the gravity of the situation, he seems rather focused on helping the Attorney General spin the real facts on the ground. That's his.
Why is he saying
that's
that?
His claim.
What is the basis?
So he goes on to give us what he believes are the facts of the matter.
Because the reason why I have a different opinion, before I come to I mean, the Attorney General has said that it's a straightforward loss in court. And so we have to find the money and pay. And so all of this attaching of the properties and so on are coming out because we haven't found the money. So I don't understand.
Does it suggest, Nana, that government prefers that rather because we entered into, according to the facts here, we entered into like a payment plan with Trafigura.
Yeah.
And we did not
We haven't
fulfill
been
it.
able to fulfill.
Yes.
Yeah.
Does it suggest that government will prefer that we lose this property and potential properties rather than look for the money to pay?
You can make that conjecture.
No, I'm asking.
No, but you can make that conjecture based on the situation, the facts of the situation. But I'm concerned about his charge that the High Commissioner, Owusu Ankoma, has to be blamed. That's where, because the government itself has accepted liability. So if you accept liability, the only thing is to pay. Whether you have a payment plan, which you pay by installments or whatever, you've accepted liability, you have to pay. So this business about the High Commissioner not informing Ghanaians and all of that, the government is fully aware. The government has accepted liability. It's just that the payment has not been made.
Yes.
So why the payment has not been made, I mean, like you are saying that because of the consequent attachments and all of that, maybe if we paid, it would be better. Maybe government is trying to renegotiate, or government hasn't got the money or whatever. But to say that the High Commissioner is hiding something, I don't get it from the statement that you read. Okay, so now to your issue. Randy, I don't know what law or regulation that we have about liability. Because a lot of these judgment debts, you can see that they've been occasioned by individuals.
Mm-hmm.
And if we can show that they've been occasioned by individuals, what do we do? With the facts that you read earlier, or the committee that was set up, you said the committee recommended that we paid 18 million to the company.
If we choose to terminate.
Yes, and then we chose to terminate. So, who chose to terminate?
Mm-hmm.
And if we can have a process that can review and see which individual actions led us to incur this judgment debt, what do we do? And it runs through, I mean, if you take the Woyome judgment debt, the president of the country at that time, President Mills, of blessed memory, said that he had not ordered, sanctioned the payment of any monies. And yet still, you had individuals in government signing warrants from finance to comptroller to Bank of Ghana to pay these monies to Woyome. And in all the brouhaha, NPP, NDC, Woyome, and all of that, we didn't take a minute to look at the culpability of the individuals. And so we lament, we play football, and then it goes away. In this particular instance, if the recommendation was that this is the best way, go and negotiate and pay 18 million as against 24, and somebody decided otherwise, unless of course we can show that it's actually a cabinet decision. But if it's not, and you cannot guarantee that it's a cabinet decision, I've given you the example of Woyome, where even the president said he wasn't aware. And you have the judgment of the High Court that also prohibited the payment. And yes, still it was paid. So it could be just possible that individuals acted in their own frolic. And so we have to have a thorough review. I understand you people want some review in Parliament, Sammy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Let's have
thorough review of what?
Of the process, to see if individuals acted in their best interest.
So Nana, for somebody who sits back, and you have used the Woyome case, and looks at how your party in opposition used that Woyome thing to show how terrible a government was, and to show what we could have done with that about $20 million then, in terms of the Woyome money, and how due process and everything was done. And then the fervor that you showed when you assumed office in terms of following up on the suit filed by Martin Amidu to recover the money, and the steps taken to go and look for Mr. Woyome's properties and seize them and attach them and all that. If somebody who looks at this conduct of your party in opposition and in government, and then looks at this case, how should the person take the conduct of government?
Oh, I have said that already. That, to the extent that all of us, under our watch, have occasioned this kind of judgment debt, we've all been reckless. I said that already. But I'm saying that going forward.
But it's not late. You still have 4 months. You're still in office for 4 months.
To pay?
No, I'm saying to hold people responsible to find, because as we speak today,
yeah, but that's what I'm saying.
The vision by somebody in 1961, which has served us well and raised money for us, is also being lost.
Yeah, but that's exactly what I'm saying. That we need to look at, to have a review that can see that individuals acted properly. And if individuals did not act properly, what kind of sanction can be brought instead of passing it on to the state? And you and me we're going to lose our taxpayers' monies. And we have very, very pressing issues in this country. We've had pressing issues for a long time. And this 100 million, I'm sure if we're going to list what
134 million can do,
you know, and all the judgment debts that we've paid over the period, what those monies could have been used for. So it all seems, it's a judgment that we've lost, and we have to find the money to go and pay, without having a review to see if individuals acted in the best interest of the country. So in this one, obviously, once you've lost the debt, it means the calculation was wrong. Maybe you thought that you could win, and that but we need to sit back and see if people acted in the best interest instead of swallowing it all and passing it on to the taxpayer. But all of us are lamenting about these payments. 18 million now has gone to what, 100 and something million?
134.
Sammy Okujeto says that actually it's just some family feud. If that is the case, we need that information. We need which members of which family have let their personal differences occasioned this debt. Because I want to get to the bottom of the matter. I am not happy that my taxes will be used to pay this, and you are not happy. But maybe there's some individual culpability or individual bad judgments. We need to know. Now that we've been told it's a family feud, Sammy Okujeto and his collaborators owe us a duty to give us the information so that we can all focus on who is responsible for this.
All right. Okay.
And so that's why I was a bit alarmed when it was going on, and I could see you were also a bit alarmed at it. But you have a duty to let us know.
Doc, you recall that this country set up a sole inquirer, Justice Appeal Commission.
Yes.
To look into this whole phenomenon of judgment debts, because we had come to a clear realization that judgment debts had become such a drain on our scarce resources. You ask yourself, are we learning as a country? Are we improving?
You won't tell us about
the examples he cites. We were all in this country. Look, Woyume, they compose a song. They engage choristers. I didn't know some of them have such great, melodious voices.
I mean, sitting here, if I look at the research.
Yes.
That
you were an authority. You had all the documents, on Woyume. You had even
choristers.
Dr. Randiabi had more documents, on this matter, I believe, more than even Professor Mills. God bless his soul.
That's what Mills didn't know about it.
Yeah, and he directed that the payment should be stopped. And
yet.
So years after all of this, judgment debt still is getting worse.
So who are the people behind this? Who are those family people?
You should be telling us. You should be telling us. And you see,
even if you do a family feud,
yes,
you see, executive authority was used to do it.
Okay.
You see, nobody got up and said that I am so and so. So, what the power to have terminated against recommendation advice was executive.
Yes. So let us know which feud Because obviously the executive took sides. That's what you're saying. The executive
I'm
took
saying
sides.
that the people, those who we voted for,
1 second.
who we are clothed with power and authority,
Yes,
who
yes.
took this decision,
Yes.
they should tell us.
Yeah, but you are saying that they took the decision in pursuit of a family feud.
Well, even if there were no
So
feud,
we-
Nana, even if there were no feud, if there were no feud, it doesn't change what has happened.
I agree with you. But obviously there was a feud. So we must start from there.
Can I have my time now?
Look, just help us. Because
If
we
you are,
want to get to the bottom
if
of
you are
this.
interested in where we must start from, we must start from preventing these judgment deaths.
that's what we are saying.
Having a leadership of integrity, a leadership that genuinely loves this country and cares about this country to avoid these things. That's where we must start from. Not after the horses are bolted. When there are family feuds as a leader, keep your family feuds in the family and resolve it.
Nana says, to the extent that you continue referring to the family feuds, give us better and further particulars.
Why?
Or Nana?
You heard John Jinapor
Yes,
put it
yes.
succinctly.
Yes.
We will keep all of that information
When you
and come to power and use it for our prosecution.
Okay.
We are not going to discuss them in the media.
Okay.
Dropping the hints is enough. Because they shouldn't pretend that if you told them the details about the family feud, they are going to act. They will not act. There will be no prosecution.
What you intend to say is that Nana shouldn't pretend he doesn't know.
He shouldn't pretend he doesn't know. And he shouldn't pretend that even if I told him live on national television,
he will do something.
He will do something about it. I mean, who do they take us for?
It's
this
not-
is red herring. These are just clear obfuscation.
The things that you mentioned are red herring. I don't understand. You mentioned
your demands are red herring.
You brought that
family. These are side issues. Look.
So why do you bring it up?
It is your demand. Your demand.
My demand is the side issue.
Yes.
But your allegation is not.
So
My
for
demand-
those who don't know Regina House in Central London, that's it.
Nice.
That's Regina House in
Very
Central
magnificent edifice.
Yeah.
But
Very magnificent.
Radhi, you agree, Samuel
look, Nana,
Samuel
let
Peter
me,
is not
let
being
me,
fair.
let me,
Listen.
let me.
Listen, you are not being fair.
It's my turn
You
to
have
speak.
made-
Nana Komia, just allow me.
No, 1 second. No, but you have given us a clue as to the cause of this particular judgment.
Yes, and that's all we.
And we have all said that we need to get to the bottom to see, because to stop it, you need to get to the bottom and see how you can prevent this. Now, you've given us a clue that in this particular one, is a result of this and that. Give us particulars so we can interrogate the matter. You say it's a red herring. Then when you come into power, one second. Now, if you don't come into power, then what happens? How is the interest of the Ghanaian people to be
Nana,
served?
you are empowered now. Even without the issue of a family feud, shouldn't you be taking action?
But give us the particulars.
So let the investigators call him. Let whoever is dealing with the issue call
So
him.
I'm not an investigator.
Oh,
They are,
you are vice chairman of a campaign.
Chief.
And CEO of STC. We don't do investigations at STC.
This is your discussions that you do.
Yes.
There are millions of Ghanaians who listen and watch.
True. They need information.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it's not about me.
Okay.
It's about a national effort to deal with this thing.
Okay.
There's pain in all of us over these payments.
All right.
And so if there's any information, and I'm surprised Samuel Kujato himself now saying that he has some information, but he's waiting till he comes into power.
This won't be the first piece of information that he hasn't given to you.
It will not be the first.
Which other information?
Neither will it be the last.
Okay.
Look.
And so Randy,
Can
if
I?
you don't-
Can I?
No, my last question.
Okay. You've been at this forever.
No, okay, my last question.
Is the last one?
If you
How
don't
many
come
last ones?
into power,
Yes.
then what happens?
Okay. Okay.
This,
we'll
you
find
see,
out.
your conduct today is a reason why Ghanaians will vote for us to come into power, to exact accountability. Because you are not interested. You don't want to investigate. You are depending on opposition elements on national television so that we engage in drama, pretend that we don't have the information and that we are not prosecuting because they haven't given us information. I mean, look, running this country and statecraft should not be reduced to just drama and PR gimmicks. What are the investigative bodies doing? What is the executive president doing? The attorney general doing? Look, when the president addressed us in parliament,
When?
On the message of the State of the Nation address in March this year. This is what he said, quote, "The Attorney General has continued in a very effective manner the tradition under this administration of contesting every civil litigation against the state and has avoided the numerous judgment debts that used to be given against the state," unquote. And yet, see the Attorney General's conduct. What the President says, assurances he gives, the so-called tradition that they contest every judgment debt and they go all out and they fight.
But they contested this one.
Partially,
at arbitration, they contested.
In a half-witted manner.
No, they contested in arbitration and they lost.
Yes.
Yes.
Why didn't they show up in the United States of America?
They didn't think it was necessary. They had lost it.
Matters have gotten worse now by not showing up. By not showing up. We are going to pay more. There's an increased liability on the state.
Compounded quarterly.
Compounded quarterly with interest. That could have been avoided. So, what kind of attitude is this? It goes against what the President told this country. Look, earlier this week, I put out another judgment debt that has accrued. Again, the Attorney General going against this so-called claim and so-called tradition of contesting judgment debts. In the West Blue matter, Nana Akomia and his collaborators held press conferences. Oh, West Blue, sweetheart deal, insider dealing, bloated contract. They come into power.
What has happened?
And they say a contract which was bloated. Apparently, President Mahama didn't pay adequately. He didn't pay enough. Now 95 million cedis has accrued. And the court documents I was reading a few days ago, the intercepted settlement judgment.
It's a settlement.
It's a settlement.
Okay.
And it was a consent judgment.
Okay.
The Attorney General didn't put up a defense. And you remember my earlier expose that the Attorney General appears to be on the side of Gabi Ochidaku, who
law firm. His law firm.
Yeah, his law firm, who was making the case for this judgment debt to be paid at the time, 187.3 million Ghana cedis.
So they've now settled on how much?
95 million.
Okay.
No defense. Consent judgment.
No, they just wanted 180 something. They've negotiated to pay.
They just sat around the table.
So they've halved it.
Yeah. But for my expose, 187 million will have been paid behind the scenes, quietly.
So the claim is for what?
That President Mahama, the Mahama administration underpaid. There was some 21 million cedis outstanding, which they've added interest, it's compounded. So that's what has become 95 years. That 21 million in 2016. It's not the same today, so they've compounded it and all of that, and rounded it up to 95 million Ghana cedis. I can read it to you.
It's on the screen.
Yeah, the consent judgment is here. Consent judgment
is on the screen.
The consent judgment and is hereby entered in favor of the plaintiff against the defendants for recovery of 95 million Ghana cedis in full and final satisfaction. And you see, smartly, you know what they've done? They say we should pay everything before the next election. In 3 installments.
Who said so?
So that's the consent judgment that all of you have signed in your nice, arrangement, not contesting, not challenging, as President Akufo-Addo had assured us, contrary to President Akufo-Addo's assurance. So the first 35 million to be paid before 25th.
But that one is passed.
Before 25th July 2024. Then the second 35 million should be paid by 25th August.
Sunday.
Yes.
Sunday.
And then the third one, they are keen on paying before they leave office. The third one should be paid 25 million Ghana cedis on or before 25th September 2024.
4 days after his birthday.
Yeah. And it says there shall be no interest on the sum. And then the payment too is net of taxes. No taxes. The parties hereby mutually release, discharge, and hold each other harmless from against any and all liability. There shall be no other cause. The parties accept the settlement of 95 million Ghana cedis, and that it shall be net of taxes. And they've all signed here. And interestingly, the people who were opposed, you remember in the expose, the finance ministry was fighting this. GRA was fighting. They're saying that they don't have any liabilities. Suddenly,
That's the case we dealt with.
On this program, yes.
Sammy, I don't understand.
Suddenly they all make a U-turn that, consent judgment.
Sammy,
okay.
I want to understand.
Defend.
I want to understand something. Right? I just want to understand something.
Meanwhile, President comes to tell the country that, look, every judgment that they are contesting, they are fighting it.
But Randy,
who are they deceiving?
This West Blue matter that Sammy has brought, I wouldn't say it's a red herring. I mean, it's an issue. But the contract for West Blue was signed by your government.
Yes.
So any liability arising out of that contract now is a result of the contract that you signed, isn't it?
It's not the case.
No.
It's not
the
case.
people went to court because they had a contract. And they say that
you terminated the contract.
They say that, yes, it's the same thing, Judgment. Say the current government had terminated the contract, and by the terms of the contract, they've been treated unfairly. So they went to court.
Yes.
So,
but in terminating, shouldn't you also look at the terms of the contract before?
But that's what I'm saying. So they go there, they go and contest.
So you terminate this and go and do SML.
Yes.
Oh, can I finish? We're talking about West Blue, isn't it?
In fact, this West Blue thing, the genesis of SML.
Yeah.
West Blue was even asked to virtually outsource some things to SML.
That's true.
Before then, SML was given the.
Randy, that is all well and good. But listen, we are talking
95 million.
We are talking about West Blue. Sammy, you brought West Blue.
Yes.
And I don't know the details about West Blue.
I'm talking about your conduct in judgment that.
From what you are saying,
no defense.
The contract that has been breached, that has occasioned this negotiated aid, was signed by your good selves.
So?
Isn't it?
Yes, so. I don't get it.
So, I don't understand.
And what did you say
if
about
your
that
termination has saved us money, then you would say that somebody signed something wrongly and you have taken a decision that saves the country.
You yourself, you have said that the liability that the people were asking for was about 180 million. And then it had been negotiated to 90 or whatever. But my point is that if there is
you should give me credit that we didn't pay 187 million.
Now you say we should give you credit because of your expose.
Because you were about to pay that.
Now we've asked you to give us the expose on the people behind this.
The family feud.
Yes. And you said that one you won't give us. But this, if you expose it, I'm sure it will lead to us to get to the bottom.
When the horses have bolted, how does that prosecute the people? If you really are committed in protecting the public.
Now, if you give the info, it will help the prosecution. You are saying that you will give the info after you have won the elections. So, are you serving the public interest? And if you don't win the elections, what happens?
Let it be established this morning that contrary to their claims that they are vigorously fighting judgment debt, they are challenging everything. The evidence we see is to the contrary.
Okay.
So they should stop that deception. Then you see, Nana Komia is saying that, you see, probably the government doesn't have money. Doc, did you see what I put out yesterday? I am frightened that many, many weeks after the 13th Africa Games.
Okay, just hold on. We need to take a quick break.
Okay.
We'll be back shortly.
She's coming. She's coming!
Oh, it's in.
Red Hour Cito! Boss, let's go back.
Here, take this.
She's coming.
I know. Go to the pharmacy now.
She's coming! Oh.
Pay faster, pay safer. safer and pay easy with Momo app. Download now and pay with the QR code, merchant ID, and so much more.
Experience the enhanced protection of Star Motor Third Party Extra from Star Assurance, an enhanced motor third party insurance policy that provides cover for loss or damage to your vehicle's windscreens, side mirrors, back glass, and other glass components. Whether it's a crack or major damage, you can drive with the assurance that your vehicle is well protected. Our commitment to you includes affordable coverage options and a claims process that is both fast and straightforward, so you spend less time dealing with paperwork and more time on the road. Also, we have proudly partnered with Hope for Little Lives, an organization dedicated to supporting children in need. By choosing Star Motor Third Party Extra, you're protecting your vehicle and making a positive impact. Every policy you buy helps bring joy and support to children in underserved communities. Reach out to us now on our toll-free numbers 0800-177-177 or 0302-245-906 to sign up. Let us help you drive with peace of mind and purpose. Star Motor Third Party Extra. Drive with confidence, give back with heart.
Star Assurance, your solid partner.
Using Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture, brought to you by Koa Research and Manufacturing Limited Company, proudly made in Ghana. Formulated to support your general well-being. For those seeking immune system support, there is Koa Plus Mixture. Support your body's defenses and stay strong. When it comes to combating malaria, Koa MT Mixture will aid your treatments. For effective relief from malaria symptoms, try Koa MT Mixture. Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture are not recommended for pregnant women, lactating mothers, and children under 12 years. Always take a malaria test before using Koa MT Mixture. Choose Koa Mixture, Koa Plus Mixture, and Koa MT Mixture for your health needs. Available now at pharmacies nationwide. For bulk purchases, contact 0244-726611 or 0591-565-778. This advert is
In today's modern world, stairs are a challenge, especially for our elderly and those with health concerns. Navigating them can be difficult and even dangerous, but there's a safer way to move vertically. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, your answer to a more accessible and secure vertical transportation. Our elevators and escalators, including top-of-the-line pneumatic vacuum elevators, Fuji elevators and escalators, offer a safer and more convenient alternative, eliminating the risks of stairs and enhancing accessibility for homes, businesses, and hospitals. Choose safety and convenience with Lifts and Elevators Limited Company. Elevate your spaces today. For more information, visit our website at www.elevatorsgh.org or call now on 0200-535-515. Lifts and Elevators Limited Company, the elevator people.
Choose the perfect prize every week and stand to win your choice of exciting prizes. All to get more of what matters to you. Exclusive to Betway. Betway, get way more. Terms and conditions apply. Regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. No under 18.
Are you looking to own a prime piece of litigation-free land where you can put up your dream family home or your ideal getaway retreat within a luxurious estate? Then look no further. Welcome to Rehoboth Hills, where your dream of hassle-free land ownership comes to life. Acquire land devoid of multiple purchases, litigation, and land guard issues in a safe and secure gated community while enjoying the fabulous night view of Accra from the serene Ebri Mountains. Rehoboth Hills offers spacious plots that provide you with the ideal setting for your dream home and a valuable, safe investment for your future. The lands are located in the prime area of Ayarifa within our residential development Rehoboth Hills, overlooking the city of Accra and the Ebri Mountains. Our prices are very affordable and designed to fit your budget. We offer flexible payment terms, ensuring that you can invest in a valuable asset for the future. Contact us on 0244-764-499 or 0204-950-810 or visit our website at www.rehobothpropertiesgh.com. Rehoboth Properties, quality housing for all.
Star 7
don't want to.
Picture this. Kwame no gree. I'm trying. Yeah, check. And you were back in Greece. To say why you fit a millionaire. Yes, the luckiest at Aroma. To say about from Massa H-Man. Yeah. Now check this. Sister Abna, aka Kogi Hima. The luckiest at Aroma. Queen B.
Yeah.
Boss lady back up there. Let's go. Hold on to your seats, folks. Such anyway, it'll be smooth. Way and your friend will upgrade. Luckiest and the best part, that with the luckiest, Obia or a shot to a good life. And I'm talking to you, me, your girlfriend, your ex, your neighbors, your landlords, and even Goro boys. And no one is over dialing with lucky number. Star 712 hash. No.
Oswald ticket to win in the community draw or the grand draw on the 30th of November 2024. The luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform, not for persons below 18 years. TNCs apply.
Kwalia.
Hey, neka kwa maunga kwa kuozea.
Mokomania muduma ne muje ka voters register ne azo. Duzu register. Electoral commission kamo ye we vlebia mo be bad gala. Be ma ya adre ne ha ye na ne ye duma ne ye mudweke 20th August kokura dweke 27th August 2024. Ye ba shejuma de ya abo 7 am na ya kwane 6 pm de obiara.
Anybody come kwa am de kakra.
Check. Yo nia. Ne mudweke biara wo voters register ne azo. Ekwano kwa elkabi amo oseke bekechi be mala bebe hechi ba ma mu elkamo ekadogan na ezan ko el adren etinde etia ebi amo onsaka otigan la enwo so bia mo ewul beka yiduma beka bi erado ekata ne azo
Odikam kone mduma kakra
Steko Konya no kwake mu kanene ne melamo e ba via
Konya
Olua erado 2024 ni 80 arado ngbayima mo e fa krata ne yaga ama ebi ala anya Weke aba wanya enwudweka wa melamo be ye yikre eshi wo dweka 20th August kokura dweka 27th August 2024 ye ba shejuma dire ya abo 7 am na ya kwa 6 pm de obiara wo adana for flazo men mo be helala ba kra ba va phone ba banya beduma helawon edweka wo melam bebo star 711 star 51 ash wo network biara azo men mo be milbakata anaka be hu elkama babado la no kumba ho elkama be ye yikre la ba ho banya beduma ne be hu dweke eradre ngban ma mo no kun ba bo abe ma banya be hu dweke wa melamo be ne eradre krata anmo aladne to ran la le adne tindetia ewemo osuzike olikekra oliyovle jajin lendene eva eyekrata anake anrene ene elkazan
konya
wa madre le wakini bi
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Morning Ghana Live on Metro TV. Still with me, I have Nana Komi and Samuel Kujeto Ablakwa. But I also cool that Kosombo Dan be big, but Betway's cash out be bigger. The enhanced daily partial and auto cash out feature lets you cash your bets out early, cash out a portion of your ongoing bets, or even set your bets to cash out automatically. All this to give you way more control of every thrilling bet you place. Sign up today at betway.com.gh. Terms and conditions apply. This is regulated by the Gaming Commission of Ghana. It's not for persons under 18. Betway, get way more. And Blue Jeans energy drink has been on the Ghanaian market for over 20 years. We already know what it does for the body. It contains vitamins and nutrients like vitamin B2, B3, B6, B12, as well as taurine and guarana, which are known to boost your strength and energy, as well as promote high performance and endurance. Blue Jeans energy drink has been tested and tried. It's indeed the best. Blue Jeans energy drink is for bold and active men and women. So go on, grab a cold can and power your day. It's in shops nationwide. You can reach Budget Cash and Carry Limited on 0208-128-190, 0550010000. Climate change is now a global phenomenon affecting almost every economy. Its impact on the environment, businesses, Individual households as well as the overall economy cannot be underestimated. The trend is that the impact of climate change on the food system is more likely to affect Africa due to the fact that the needed finance required to mitigate its impact is largely unavailable. This year's Sustainability Summit, under the theme, Ensuring Environmental and Economic Sustainability, Collaborating for a Greener Future, is scheduled for Tuesday, August 27, 2024 at the Kempinski Hotel, Accra at 8:30 a.m. This is where policymakers, smallholder farmers, academics, and international agencies can identify and discuss ways to change the narrative and steer the world towards an era of global sustenance. The Sustainability Summit 2024 is powered by the Business and Financial Times and Fidelity Bank, Ghana, with support from Jospon Group, National Petroleum Authority, Minerals Income and Investment Fund, media partners TV3, 3FM, Happy FM, Metro TV, City FM, ZFM and Asasi Radio. You can reach them on 020-945-7427 for further details and inquiries. Sustainable Summit 2024. Let's keep our world safe. Sammy, you were taking us to...
Yes. I was just about to talk about the continuous dissipation
we don't have too much time.
Scarce resources. I'll do it quickly.
That with the issue of the lands.
Of the lands, yes.
Nana too,
yes,
Nana
yes, I'll do that quickly.
It won't be unfair to.
So, before I do that, let me serve notice.
Yes.
That
and notice is hereby served.
And notice is hereby served. That all those who are playing roles in these schemes, they should remember that the law on causing financial loss to the state is still on our statute books. They have put a lot of NDC officials through that process, charging them and prosecuting them. The minority leader just escaped recently, a few weeks, after many years of persecution. In these instances, we are not talking about persecution or trumped up charges. We have the facts. If you take the West Blue matter, for example, we have all the internal memos which top officials wrote saying that there is no basis for any payment. We have all those internal memos. So this sudden U-turn under the cover of darkness and suddenly going to have a consent judgment, acting in cahoots with those who masterminded this, they should know that the law on causing financial loss. The last time I tracked, I noticed that the July payment has not been made. Clearly, some people are scared. I will advise that they stay away from any payment. But if they go ahead and execute this grand conspiracy and make payments, clearly you see that they want payments made before the elections, they should know that there will be grave consequences. Notice is hereby served. Now, Nana Kumia was talking about the lack of resources, that probably government doesn't have money. That is why this the Trafigura matter, government couldn't pay, and why the recklessness continues. Doc, I don't know if you saw the releases I put out only yesterday, that many months after the 13th Africa Games, we are still incurring huge liabilities.
What's wrong? What's wrong with that? What's wrong with that?
You see, what is wrong with that is that already they have way exceeded the parliamentary approval that they themselves came for, and we gave them 102 million. This is for the operational cost. I'm not talking about the cost of infrastructure. That's when they went for a loan, so that's a separate matter. You say you needed 102 million. It was approved. Before the closing ceremony, when I tracked the Give Me system, we have spent over 460 million.
Instead of the
approved 102 million. So I thought that...
Could it be coming from contingency?
So I thought that that should be the end of the matter. Now, anytime I track, I mean, the releases and the withdrawals don't end. Since this tournament ended, over the last few weeks, a colossal 168.3 million Ghana cedis. This is in addition to the 460. You've already exceeded what Parliament approved. You didn't come back to Parliament. No respect of our public financial laws. No regard for the Constitution. And they are still spending on these Africa Games. And that's why I had to put out a statement yesterday that when will it end?
But if they are outstanding payments, they have to pay for them.
No, but
because we hear people who provided services or others saying that they are still owed money.
Yeah, but who signed those contracts? I mean, you've heard some of the figures. $15 million on feeding. And the scandal around that. The people involved, the companies, they should wait. We are coming after them. But look, this sports minister who is running away from accountability.
What do you mean by
we have filed urgent,
when you say he's running away, what do you mean?
Because we filed urgent questions.
Yes.
When we summoned him to come and account, he only came and read how many medals we have won and all of that. And we said we will not accept this. We want the financials. Up to now, it's been more than 3 months. He's refusing to come and account.
But he's a member of Parliament.
That is what makes matters worse. So he won't answer the urgent questions.
He's probably busy.
Busy. Look, May 17th, this sports minister asked for 70 million. He was given.
He asked
withdrawn from the Ministry of Finance. So controller releases the money, 70 million. And they say the transaction description is payment for 13th Africa Games. Then 3rd July, he asked for another 30 million. It's released. They say payment for 13 Africa Games. 16th July, he asked for another 30 million. Payment for 13 Africa Games. That same July 16, he said he needs more, 38.3 million. It is released. They say payment for 13 Africa Games. When will it stop?
So let me ask you this. The sports minister, he doesn't go into the vault to take the money.
Yes.
Why are you not rather summoning the finance minister to tell you why?
Yeah, they are still making releases.
Although you approved X, when I say you, I mean Parliament, approved X, Y has been paid and X is still being paid.
Yeah, I mean,
even both of them.
Yeah, both of them.
Finance minister and sports.
We have done that. The questions have been approved. The minister himself, if you recall, that the day he came to do the presentation on the games after the tournament, I stood up and said that, look, this is bogus. We want the financial. That is what Parliament exists for. He said, oh, there's an urgent question. So he would come and respond to the Honorable Woyome's urgent question on the matter. So that is why he has kept that. We have been reminding him since. And all we see are release after release after release.
And at these circumstances, what can Parliament do? When a minister has asked an urgent question, and because I remember that a couple of years ago, the speaker issued some
some threats. Probably we can appeal to the speaker.
But
look, to issue a threat, and we can initiate steps probably for a vote of censure. Unfortunately, we don't have the numbers. We don't have the 2/3, you know. But I mean, this is horrendous. It's horrendous.
Randy, I don't look. Sabio Kujeto.
It sounds like Parliament is helpless.
And why should it be? The numbers are equal.
Yes.
You have the speaker on your side.
Yes.
What more do you need? You say the sports minister or the sports ministry was granted 102 million.
That's what they approved.
And they've spent 460.
Yes.
And they are still spending.
So immediately, that's a clear breach. And Parliament cannot do anything.
That's what he's saying. He said they asked the question.
Yes.
He came there. He didn't provide the answer.
Yes.
He said he will provide the answer later on.
Yes.
They've been chasing him.
For 3
He's
months.
Not come here.
Is Parliament that powerless?
Nana, what can they do? You help us. You've been there for 12 years.
You say, the speaker, you see, we've always said that Parliament is weak because the government party has always had a majority in Parliament, including the speaker. So we said that Parliament is weak because it's in cahoots with the executive. So the exercise of oversight over the public money is wicked. Today, you have a different situation. So there should be no excuse. If you've given the minister 102 and he spent more, and then you say you call him, he won't come for 3 months, and we have been told this, then the interest of the country is not being served, unfortunately. And what is this thing about when he came, he didn't answer the question, he was telling us about trophies. If you ask him a specific question and he didn't answer it, and then you let him go, and the Speaker of Parliament, so all this fight that you did to get a speaker, what was the point? Where is the interest of the country being served? And you see me, because of this, the John Mahama thing, Airbus, where you look at the evidence that was presented abroad and so on, you would say clearly that somebody is guilty. I remember when Martin Amidu fingered John Mahama as government official one. That was uproar, because when you look at the stories, clearly there was somebody called government official one who, by the testimonies in court and so on, both in London and America. But when the OSP went into it, we saw the opinion. So I am a little careful about these things. Now, if you say that the man has been given 102, he spent 460, and he still spent.
168 million over the last few weeks.
And we are looking on. Parliament gave him 102. Even the vote of censure, even if you don't have the numbers, the process, the debate, because the man has to be there. So the Ghanaian people, look at this, what's happening with the Public Accounts Committee. The Ghanaians are following it. They are following where the money is. That is what you should be doing. But then you come and say that when we called him, he didn't come and answer and all of that, and then you are coming to lament here.
Will this fall within the jurisdiction of assurances?
Yes, it will, because he's giving an assurance to Parliament that he will come respond, and he's not.
Can you use that?
Yes, we can use that vehicle.
But when
except that, you see, time is of the essence, because he has still spending.
You see,
how can you stop it? How can you stop it?
Randy,
at least until you have clarity.
Randy, 1 second. The Committee of Parliament can summon any public official who's been entrusted with public money. In this case, the Committee on Finance and Sports can summon the Finance Minister and the Sports Minister once the Speaker agrees, and they'll be bound to appear. This is elementary. So at the most basic effort, why haven't you summoned these officials and told them that we gave you 102? Why have you spent 460? What is the basis of this? Where are the receipts? Where are all of that? So we can get to the bottom of it. For me, that's my worry. So Andy, let me read to you something that for somebody who clearly should know what he's talking about. It says that the Akufo-Addo statement about the Attorney General is correct. That there has not been a single arbitration award against Ghana since this current Attorney General became Attorney General. That the Attorney General has contested every arbitration claim against the government of Ghana and won all by the grace of God. When he successfully defends arbitration claims against Ghana, they say it is nothing. And that a classic example is the recent ENI, and we're just talking about
yes.
A classic example is the recent ENI arbitration, in which a claim of $7 billion, which was reduced to about 950 million, was entirely thrown out as a result of the contest against it by the Attorney General. So it says, can you imagine what would have happened to the state coffers if all these recent arbitral awards, including ENI's financial claims, had succeeded? Even $134 million awarded in January 2021, we have to date not been able to pay. And the people keep getting enforcement orders all over the world. Then it says that The West Blue claim, which we were talking about, was defended by the Attorney General. They filed a vigorous defense. The only issue is the terms of the contract were so bad that termination exposed the country to a huge liability.
Okay.
Just like the GPGC Trafigura case. So we should be looking also at the bad terms of which many of these contracts were signed in the
I have seen a document.
Let me finish.
I want to terminate. You say the way it's been crafted.
Yeah,
this termination will create some problems.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Why do I go ahead and do it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Why do I go ahead and do it? Especially when there exists an opinion from a committee I set up, whose recommendation I was supposed to implement.
So your point is?
My point is that it's not an excuse.
What is that?
The issue of if the recommendation is that you can do it for 18 million and you don't hit to that, and you go and terminate and you end up having 134 million, and you turn around to say that is the terms of the contract. What are you talking about?
I'm not talking.
And
What Samir
read?
not talking about.
What Samir?
He's talking about West Blue.
But I read a consent judgment.
Nana, what
Consent
Samir
judgment.
read?
Mm-hmm.
What Samir read?
It's a consent judgment.
By the president. The president was talking about a continuation of a tradition of the MPP.
Yeah.
Which one?
What he read about the judgment dates,
Yeah.
the ages and judgment dates.
Yeah.
He was talking about, the president said, a continuation of a tradition of the MPP.
Which is what?
The tradition of the MPP didn't start post January 2021.
Oh, what tradition are you talking about?
I'm saying that what he read, what you read said that what the president said was correct. And the person proceeded to speak to Godfrey Dami's tenure. And to speak about what has happened during Godfrey Dami's tenure. Nana Akufo-Addo's tenure didn't start with Godfrey Dami as AG. And what Nana Akufo-Addo said in Parliament was not about Godfrey Dami's tenure. He was speaking about a continuation by Godfrey Dami of a tradition.
What did the president say about Godfrey Dami? I thought he was giving him...
I'm saying what Samir read, this is what the person was responding to. And
what
I'm
did the
saying
president
that
say?
the president said that he was continuing a tradition of contesting every
Didn't
single
he single out?
judgment.
Okay.
Yes.
That's what I hear.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So what's the point?
My point is that you don't proceed to say the president's statement was correct. And then the fact you used to support it is fact post 2021. It didn't start post January 2021.
Okay.
Yes.
But
so this whole issue of at the time the thing started, the man was not AG. He was deputy AG. He was not AG. So what?
So
what? When we went to the ITLOS or ITLOS or whatever they were talking about, the thing we took, was it Cote d'Ivoire?
Yeah.
The boundary thing.
Yeah, the boundary dispute.
Yes, the boundary thing that we raised our hands in victory and all that. Was it started post January 6, 2017?
I thought this thing is talking about arbitral awards against Ghana.
Yes.
The efforts of the Attorney General.
Yes.
Because it says that the Attorney General has contested every arbitral...
No, proud to that, what you read, the person said that.
Akufo-Addo's statement.
Yes.
But I heard Akufo-Addo also praising the Attorney General.
No, I'm saying what Samir read, the person was responding to what Samir, because Samir read a statement and put it within a context.
What did you read, Samir?
So I'm quoting from the message on the State of the Nation. The Attorney General has continued in a very effective manner the tradition.
Continued.
The tradition.
Yes.
Under this administration of contesting every civil litigation against the state and has avoided the numerous judgment debts that used to be given against the state, unquote.
Yes.
Yeah, and what is the point you are making?
Yeah, and you are saying, Samir was saying that, look, it is against the evidence, it is not correct.
Yeah. That everything has been contested. We've talked about the...
Contested and prevented.
How the U.S. summons was flagrantly ignored.
In the Trafigura case.
In the Trafigura case.
But
I've also just cited the West Blue matter, the consent judgment, and clearly this 95 million Ghana cedis liability.
The message I could say, the West
would have been avoided.
The West Blue
if you read the internal memos which I published.
The West Blue claim was defended by the Attorney General. They filed a vigorous defense. The only issue is that the terms of the contract were so bad that termination exposed the country to a huge liability. Just like
Nana, that statement alone, who did the termination?
So they didn't read
And
the
the person
contract.
who
They
did
didn't
the
read the
termination,
contract before
Yes.
they did
Didn't
the
the person know the terms of the contract?
That's why I'm saying that we should look for liability.
I mean,
to see if somebody acted wrongly. Otherwise, we'll make this into a circus. And that's why I gave you the example of the Woyome one, where even when the president of the country said, I was against it.
I hope that those people at GRA, Ministry of Finance, they know that we have the internal memos. If they go ahead and pay this 95 million, they know the consequences.
Yes.
Now let me come to the matter of Parliament.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
I really agree with the concerns that have been raised about making sure that Parliament gets a
full oversight,
stronger teeth to bite, to have full oversight responsibility. And I think that it is work in progress. Our new standing orders will address some of these, challenges. But clearly, I can assure you that these are matters that we are taking up strongly. We have our urgent questions pending. We filed a motion. We demanded a statement which was not adequate. It didn't address financials. This has just come to our knowledge that apparently, even after the excess expenditure, in excess of parliamentary approval, there is also ongoing withdrawals, huge withdrawals, over 168 million Ghana cedis. We didn't know this. I mean, 2 days or 3 days ago.
Now you know it.
Yes, now we know it. So we are going to take action.
Somebody was saying that he thought that what was approved by Parliament for operational expenses was $48 million.
No. So I intercepted an internal
the 102, is it dollars?
Which is what the LOC, that was the budget they drew, and they were seeking funds from even government agencies and all of that. But that's not what was approved.
So their budget was 48 million?
Yes.
But what Parliament approved was what?
102 million. If you look at our budget, cedis, yes, that's what they called upon us to approve.
So, Sami, in this particular case,
so you see,
straightforward
they were seeking to raise funds outside the parliamentary approval.
Look, Sami, you're looking for solutions.
Yeah.
A straightforward, urgent question that the sports ministry should come and tell us why 102 million was approved, and so far he spent 460. Urgent question.
Yes.
Admitted by the speaker.
Yeah. And why they are still spending and have spent in excess of 168 million after spending 460 million.
Let's put that in an urgent question. Once the speaker admits it as an urgent question, the minister will be bound to come to Parliament to answer. So we can get to the bottom of these things.
Doc, then very quickly, before I come to Lance, very quickly.
Nana has to go.
I know you don't have time, but very quickly. You see, I must deal with this matter today.
Which one?
Consistently, Nana Komia and his fellow propagandists all over the place.
You are calling him a propagandist?
No,
but you say he and his fellow, it means that you are referring to him as a propagandist.
Because on this matter,
you say I'm the leader.
When you listen to me, you know why.
Okay.
Anytime there's a discussion on judgment debt, then they go and bring in Isophoton.
Okay.
And try to portray me in negative terms. Today, I want to state, you are in power.
Yes.
You have full control of all the prosecutorial and investigative bodies. If I have ever done anything wrong in judgment debts in this country, prosecute me. Take me on.
Right.
I mean, this must stop. It's shared propaganda. They know the facts.
Sammy, it won't stop. So deal with it. Let's leave it.
No, I mean, it's totally nauseating.
This business of going to sit on
you have an attorney general. You have all the prosecutorial powers.
Yes.
Are they not advertising their incompetence and their ineptitude?
But when they say that, they don't even say that you've committed any crime.
No, but they'll
deliberately.
And they've been very consistent. I've decided to ignore for years.
This business of going to sit on a high
but that one, you should expect those punches.
No, it's very nauseating.
Develop a chin.
We are discussing serious judgment debt matters. Then they mention as if I have created a judgment debt, as if I have done anything wrong.
This your
this
your high horse.
You know what? You and your fellow propagandists must stop this.
Listen, Randy, we are talking about judgment debts.
Yes. Yes.
And I'm saying that we're talking about the.
You're giving us a historical perspective.
Yes, and I'm saying that there have been judgment debts paid.
Yes.
Against the orders of a court.
Okay.
Where the president of the country said, I don't even know anything about it. And yet there are officials who have paid and they are working scot-free.
Yes.
And then I mentioned that in one of the judgment debts.
Yes.
Because you are here, you are not here. The Attorney General at the time mentioned you as somebody who was also chasing judgment debt for some people.
Yes.
It may be true or it may not be true. But that's what
that is not even how.
That's
not what the Attorney General.
But what did he say?
But they know what they are doing. It's very deliberate. If I've done anything wrong, prosecute me. Tell your Attorney General to prosecute me. I'm ready.
As for you, when they mention you,
tell your Attorney General.
Tell Attorney General.
Yes.
But you're mentioning people here.
If I've engaged in any wrongdoing, I've brought liability to the state. Okay. I've caused financial loss to the state. Take me on.
Let's end it.
Deal with me.
Let's end it. Can we do the last next
Yes.
Look at him sitting on the horse.
Anyway, yeah, because I will putting out the part.
But what's motivating the landscape? Just 1 minute.
Look,
but next week
look.
Let's say a big birthday to
1 minute. Doc. 1 minute.
Dominic Kisi.
Who's that?
MP for Anyaso Utu.
Oh, okay.
Today is his birthday.
Oh, it's his birthday.
Yeah,
it's also August.
Today is Doc's birthday. So
happy birthday.
Happy birthday to you. I hope you're not performing surgery this morning. happy birthday.
So, Doc, you had a press conference by the Lands Minister.
Yes. I have to go.
Yes.
I have a 10:30.
Yes. Thank you.
I've given you. Please come and remove mine.
Thank you. So, Samigo.
Yes. So, you heard the Lands Minister say that our public lands are intact, they are safe, they are secure, they are not selling lands, there's no state capture, and that what we are engaging in is mere propaganda. So I decided to publish the list. I'm serializing the list of land sales. Remember that since 3rd February 2022, I have the parliamentary Hansard here.
Okay.
3rd February 2022, we asked the Lands Minister to publish the full list of the status of state lands, particularly those that have been sold and what is left, if any. It has been a 3-year battle. Even Assurances Committee, we took him on, we summoned him. He still says that they are still putting together.
No.
Unfortunately for your government, I've secured quite a substantial list.
Okay.
And now I'm just serializing them based on areas.
So what you released, what was the intent? What were you trying to do?
It was to expose the claim by this government that they are not selling state lands. There's no state capture. Everything is intact.
So it was to demonstrate that it's not true.
That is not true.
We'll continue next week.
And next week we can go into the things. Because by next week I'll have put out part 2.
Okay.
And then you see and the sharecronism. And you see, we need to reform these things.
Next week when
we must advertise. There has to be transparency. And should we even be selling state lands?
We'll talk about it. We'll do it next week.
We'll delve into
thanks,
these
gentlemen, for joining
next
me.
week. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. Up next, GMG Trends.
She's coming. She's coming.
Oh, it's in.
Red Hour Seatbelt!
Boss, you like my bag?
Here, take this.
She's coming.
I know. Go to the pharmacy now.
She's coming. Oh. She's here.
Pay faster, pay safer, and pay easy with Momo app. Download now and pay with the QR code, merchant ID, and so much more.
Accra Academy Old Boys Association presents Homecoming 2024, dubbed Wombashia 24. Theme: Reinvigorating the Blue Spirit for Development. Date: 24th August 2024. Time: 8 a.m. Venue: Ophoria J Square. Side attraction: tennis, slam dunk, chess and Scrabble competitions, roll call and inter-year group Jama competitions. Wombashia Bleo, Akraka Beleo.
The luckiest.
Star 712 hash.
Luck is everywhere. For everyone.
Lakoha, it's men missing opportunity to be the luckiest. It's time to put some smile on your face. Still asking what luck means? At Luckiest, we believe it's more than just chance. It's joy waiting to happen.
Let's go.
Dial *712 hash. Now pass tickets as a group, individual and as a community. Now participating in the Luckiest from the 1st of July 2024. Grand draw near 30th November 2024. Luck is everywhere with the Luckiest. The Luckiest is regulated by the NLA on the Caritas platform and is not for persons below 18 years. Terms and conditions apply.
Right, welcome back to the show. If you just joined us, this is Good Morning Ghana live on Metro TV. Time to check out what is trending on social media with Desi. Mr. Kreku Danso.
Dr. Abi, good morning.
Good morning.
Today is Friday, and I'm excited about it because I saw something on social media about the grass and the music.
Yes.
See, a couple of days ago, we were talking about Bonyo Party. Look, I'll show you that video later.
Okay.
I'll show you that video later. But let's begin with a comedian.
Were they playing Shatawale and Amrado?
No.
Okay.
This one is there.
Yeah.
Hey, that one.
Have you watched that video? Shatawale and Amrado.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's a good song. Blessings. Amelo soldier, Amelo soldier. And that's all they be. That's all they be. It's always upcoming album, and so we are all waiting for that. But look, I'm sure you must have seen the billboards in town where there was this masked man face and all that. People say, who is this one with the new falls? The new falls, F-E-L-S-E.
Yes.
Well, it has been revealed who the person is. Don't you know who it is?
Dr. Ankra.
Look, I have to lie, it's a comedian.
Oh.
Lexi the comic.
I see.
Yeah. So yesterday he had a video and everybody was shocked about it. Let's watch the video. So this one, it's not any. People thought there was a new person going to stand for presidency. No, this is Lexi the comic. So yeah, like he really got everybody talking.
Why did you hear me?
That's the way did you hear me. Anyway, look, let's move to South Africa. Something is happening at South Africa and Nigeria. Now you know this ride-hailing apps. So a Nigerian man in South Africa will order a ride and will end the ride and will frustrate the driver. So it's between South Africa and Nigeria. And Nigerians are also doing the same to South Africans in their country. Now imagine that. And they are calling this boat for boat war, aura for aura. They're trying to see who is being really mean with the situation. And I don't understand how people would want to do this, frustrate the lives of others in this sense. You know that in South Africa, sometimes there have been some xenophobic attacks on the other personnel or other nationals, one of South Africans. But this, I don't understand why anybody would find joy in this. And the driver will ask, where are you going to? And they will make you rough, frustrating someone's like, how is this cool? This, for me, this is not anything to laugh about. I've seen a trend on X for like 2 days now. It's like a challenge now. How is this a challenge? 7-7, it's okay. I'll keep my words to myself and we'll move on from that. Now, finally, today is Friday.
Yes.
And I'm ready for some Bonyo party.
Bonyo parties are on Sundays.
Sunday. Oh, that one is funeral one. This one, the Soloku one.
Bonyo is
What does Bonyo mean?
corpse, like dead body. So when I say Bonyo party, it's related to a funeral.
Bonyo is corpse?
Yes. Dead body. So Bonyo party, that's how it's related to a funeral. So whether the funeral is a Wednesday, Thursday, or Friday, Sunday is the memorial service. So after the service, that's sitting from morning. Now it's from afternoon to morning. That's a Bonyo party. Like Bonyo party, there's no dead body. The person has been buried already.
I am shocked.
You are shocked.
Bonyo like mad, like so. If Bonyo, so we just say like when you know it, I don't know how I'll put it, but something.
Oh, okay. I get where your confusion is.
Yes.
People say Bonyo face, like some hard face or something. Bonyo face.
Yeah.
Bonyo is a corpse, dead body. So when it's a Bonyo party, it's related to a funeral.
So we all know because like the party be
so
mad.
That's why when he showed that video, the funeral dinner, then I told you that here in Accra is Bonyo party.
We have got some party where you go on like mad party, like. Okay.
The party was Bonyo.
Yeah, like the party go, like the party go, like like it be hard, like.
So what were you going to show me as Bonyo party?
That's why there's a local party. Please play the video. Okay, so for those of us who don't understand what they're saying there, it be the B to the BB.
So you are going to show us this as Bonyo party?
Oh fine. Me, the sound, there's a locusa way they beat me way. It's been trending on TikTok, X, and also on Facebook. That
so DJs like this are very popular
in the Ghana community.
Yes, yeah, they're very popular. They're in high demand. You know, and their lyrics, how they do it is what it brings some verve to the whole thing. You know, so there's a strong correlation between the beats and the lyrics of the MC, what you want to call is rap or rhyme, and the dance you sing. Yes.
Charlie, like I for go past there for some weekend, we make her see things for myself. But I thought
this is not a Bonyo party.
This is normal song. Today I do what I need to.
One of these days I'll take you to a Bonyo party. So you appreciate what a Bonyo party is.
Okay. I'd love that. Okay. I'd love to see that. See that one. Oh, I saw this video. I didn't get it. Look, you've seen a video where they're trying to get the Baba Yara pitch in shape.
But we showed the videos of the state of the pitch.
Yes, the state of the pitch. Now because the videos of EBI, you should be a good field.
As for this country.
Hey, Doc, I said this week, the number of people alone I've seen who have, they won't tell me they are going home. When they reach,
look, I'll tell you something. On was it Wednesday?
Yeah.
I was driving home. So, you know the AU village, cantonments?
Yeah.
Okay. So the AU village is on your right. And then you go about 100 meters, there's the Free Zones Authority. Okay. So, the Free Zones Authority is on the left. Then I saw a vehicle actually burning, a mini SUV.
Okay.
Wednesday afternoon, it was burning.
Hey.
Now there are people standing there, the Free Zones, I saw a staff holding their phones and filming it. 2 buildings down, there's a military commander's residence. I don't know which of them.
Okay.
So about 4 or 5 soldiers also came to stand at the gate and they were watching. The vehicle was burning. I drove past. It was burning. There were people there watching. Yesterday, on my way to work and from work, I saw the burnt vehicle, totally burnt, on the street, one side of the street. There.
You stood there?
I'm saying I saw it on Wednesday.
On Wednesday.
I saw the burning.
The car burning.
The car burning on Wednesday. Yesterday, on my way to work, early morning, and on my way back home, I saw the totally burnt vehicle on the street.
Still on the street.
This morning, on my way to work, the vehicle was still there.
It's still there?
Yes. On the street. So, one side of the road, you see the burnt vehicle there. Cantonments, here. Cantonments. Not Bojasi, cantonments.
The cantonments where we are with the hill like that, bro.
It's there on the street. I saw it this morning. It's still there. From Wednesday.
The same thing at Alaju Junction. A truck got spotted there the previous day. The next day when I was coming, cars had hit the truck and they were there. Like that. So the thing there, the jackpot movement, it's quite a good like they talk. People get there, they'll not tell you, oh, this is my new number. You say about American number.
I listened to a young man who was encouraging all of you not to leave.
I've seen it. Don't you can make it in Ghana.
I've seen that.
Oh, yes, of course.
I think that he has some valid points as well.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right, we can make it in Ghana. And it's true. Egbert Brahma says the Ghana thing you want to say is a bad thing, behe. That is will be mad or wild.
You have a behe.
Behe.
A behe.
Charlie, there's a level I've been now for go there, go see for myself. The Bonyo party.
Okay.
So, Doc, when next you're going? But to Doc, Accra Academy.
Homecoming.
Or Yashan. That's what I got to correct. Or Yashan.
Wamba.
Wambashan. So all blood boys.
So you can say 1 year. We are going.
Like we are going home. Okay.
But I won't say homecoming. We say Wamba.
Wambashan. Okay. All right. So all blood boys, old boys, please make it a point to be there. Dr. Randy Abe will be there together with Doc. Which year? Which year?
Which one?
Which year?
Your year.
No,
I finished with you. I finished with you 20.
No, over there.
20.
No.
You finished which year? 20 what?
Okay.
Which year? 20.
Oh, I finished. I was going 2013.
2013. So we are coming. 2013 year group. So it's been 11 years since you left school.
Yeah.
Okay.
11 years since I left school. 6 years since I left uni.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, I'm grown.
Some are doing 32 and 34, but it's good. All right. So that'll be it.
That'll be it for today, Doc. Yeah.
Up next, I'm sure the sports guys will be showing the water spraying on.
Yeah. Can you just? Okay. He says today is Friday.
Meaning what? So
he will meet you downstairs.
He will do what?
He will meet you downstairs. Say today be Friday, so Friday there.
What does that mean?
Kanija. He meet you, Doc. About.
Up next, Metro Sports.